Hey guys, so this is Ms. Hale again, and I wanted to talk through a STAAR question that is representing your decimal division using your models. So we did a instructional video earlier, and I just wanted to talk through what is this going to look like on STAAR. So this is actually a STAAR question from a previous year. This is actually from last year, and you guys saw this question on your benchmark. So I want to talk through this question, and we talked earlier in the other video about the fact that you kind of have to look at what was there before anything happened, and then look at what is happening, and then look at what you have after that has happened. So here we have division happening. And then if we look at our answer choices, they can kind of give us a little bit of clues. So we can see that 7200ths is what is represented in this model. All of our answer choices represent that. So we cannot eliminate based on that information. But we can see that we have 7200ths represented in this model right here. So the key tells us that if the entire box was shaded in, then that would be representing one whole. So we know that we have 7200ths. That is obvious by our answer choices, but if that wasn't obvious by the answer choices, we could actually count them. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 happening 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. So we know that 8 times 9 would give us 72. So that's how we could figure out what was being represented in this model here. So then we have to look and see at what's happening. So the bolded lines are the action that's taking place. So they're taking 7200ths and they're cutting it into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 groups. So we're making 9 groups of 7200ths. So now the answer has to be, so we would have 72 divided by 9, or 7200ths divided by 9. So then the answer has to be whatever is inside of that group. So what's represented in each one of those groups? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But 8 what? So what does each one of those little squares represent? You're right, they actually represent 100th. So we know now that we actually have 800ths represented in each one of those groups. So we now can see that D is the answer. Now let's talk about the reasonableness and why these others do not make sense. Well, 9 times 9 does not give me 72. 9 times 9 does not give me 72. So both of those could be eliminated because we know that we can use the inverse operation to actually get to this answer here as well. So neither one of those two are reasonable answers. So then if we look at 7200ths divided by 9 as a whole number, we're not making 8 groups, we're making 9 groups. So we can't have, if we start with a decimal number, we can't end with a whole number. We can't end with more than what we have if we're dividing by a whole number here. If we were dividing by a decimal number, then we could end up with a whole number there. So 7200ths divided by 9, put 7200ths into 9 groups, that gives us 800ths, and that gives us D as the answer. So I hope this helps you guys to analyze your problems involving decimal division with models, and it helps you to understand a little bit better. So great job today, guys.